Good morning. We'll call the Wednesday morning, May 10th meeting of the Criminal Justice Committee to order. Start with roll call, please.
Mr. Hess?
Present.
Mr. Long?
Present.
Mr. Fairfield?
Present.
Mr. Tholen? Mr. Carrico?
Present.
Mr. Eckhoff?
Present.
Mr. Hunter?
Present.
Ms. Turner?
Present.
Ms. Monday?
Present.
Ms. Andrade?
Present.
Ms. Armerbs?
Present.
Ms. Ritman-Akemi?
Present.
Mr. Scanlon?
Present.
Mr. Wheeler?
Present.
Mr. Alexander Hildebrand?
Present.
We have a quorum.
I have not received anything yet for public comment. Is there any public comment at this time? Any public comment? Moving on, Chief Judge. Oh, yep. Sorry, I jumped over approval of the minutes of April 12th. Mr. Long, second by Ms. Turner. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Good morning, Judge.
Okay, good morning. A couple of things to report on this morning. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we're going to be swearing in our newest associate judge. That's Andy Purcell. He's currently with the Spiros Law Firm down the block on Court Street here. That will be his first day as a judge. We're really excited to have him back on board, and this is a result, if you'll recall, of special legislation that was passed in Springfield that basically said the results of the 2020 census would not be effective with regard to the Associate Judge Act. And what that means is that the 2020 census, which for Kankakee County was lower, resulted in a loss of one of our associate positions, and that now was changed, and we got that position back basically. So we're swearing in that new judge tomorrow at 4 o'clock in our ceremonial courtroom 300 at the courthouse, and you're all more than welcome to attend, and there's a short reception afterwards at the depot. Justice Mary Kay O'Brien is going to do the swearing in, and then Justice Albrecht, who retired from our courthouse for about a week and then was promoted to the appellate court in Ottawa, so she will also be in attendance. Our basement renovation is moving along. We are 99% completed. We've started moving employees back into the basement. I think we have about 8 or 9, maybe 10 employees down there now. We are waiting on furniture, waiting on the new chairs for the jury assembly room, which just looks fantastic. We will have room for 160 or so jurors on 3 out of 4 weeks, 3 out of 4 Mondays a month, and they will be in comfortable chairs. There will be cell phone lockers, computer lockers that are already installed, so they will have a much better experience there in the basement. If you've ever served on a jury before, it was very uncomfortable, it was hot, it was noisy, and you couldn't bring your phones in, so we've made it a lot more comfortable. They do sit there. One of the disadvantages, I guess, of our jury system is that there is waiting involved, and we explained this to them in the beginning, but you're waiting for the trials to get going, to get started, because while they're waiting in the basement, the attorneys are upstairs negotiating cases and deciding, basically fish or cut bait at that point. You're either going to go to jury or you're going to settle the case or agree on a settlement or plea negotiation. Most cases don't go to jury, even though the people initially ask for a jury. When it gets right down to the door of the courtroom, a lot of cases get settled. That's just the nature of the system. So we're waiting on the chairs. Those are due by June 1st. And then we're also waiting on the furniture for the circuit clerk's portion of the basement, which is going to house about 10 minute clerks plus a supervisor. They will be moving down there once that furniture is in place. Let's see. I think there was one other thing I was going to say. Yeah, our case management system, I don't have a lot to report on that. It is moving along. with Tyler Technologies. We're still expecting that in about a year yet is what it's going to take to convert just the tons of data that needs to be converted, and then all the training and the installation of the equipment that we have to have. And then we have one thing actually on the agenda. It's the opening of bids for the evidence modules that are, or evidence podiums, I should say, that are coming into the courtrooms, or at least three courtrooms. So we applied for a grant through the Administrative Office of Illinois Courts. They gave us the grant. They paid us the money. The money is sitting here in the county, and we have we decided we should bid that project there, because they run about $30,000–$40,000 a piece. I don't know what the bids are going to say, but that was kind of an estimate that we got. So that we need to open that, and then I'll review that with Mr. Rowe and come back at the next meeting with a recommendation. But we do have the money in hand. It doesn't cost the county anything. So
I'd entertain a motion to open the bids by Mr. Eckhoff, second by Mr. Scanlon.
okay. We had two bids received. One is from Thompson. They are the, it's addressed to Ms. Speckman. Do you want to open it? No. Okay. And Thompson is the company that is, we're waiting on them to do about $500,000 worth of improvements to all the courtrooms with monitors, cameras, and again, that's all state money, all in hand and paid for. Okay, so this one is from Thompson. So these evidence podiums are, and maybe Jim can speak to it when he gets up here, but they were requested from the state's attorney's office that they have a way to actually present evidence to the jurors through the monitors and through the computers, and they have various options that you can get on them to be able to present evidence. I'll ask Jim to speak on that a little bit. So I don't, is there anything else that we need to do?
You need to read the quote on the end someplace. Gotta be a number.
Let's see, no customer, scope of work, payments, terms and conditions, contract price. Just 2 copies. I don't see an actual price in here.
May need your help, Jim. Should be a cover sheet someplace in there with.
Yeah, you can take a look at it too. There's that's a second copy. I suppose it depends on what options you get on the. There's different options you can get. Deposit and payment terms. It says it's in here. Okay, here it is. It's $39,975 each, and we were looking at three of them total. So that's that one. That's about what we had estimated. Okay. And that one is from Thompson Electronics Company.
This one is from who?
This one is from what they call Nomad, N-O-M-A-D, AV Systems. Attachment 1, pricing quote. Okay, this one's easier to read. $25,150 plus options. There's a lot of options listed. And the grand total is $169,020, and that would be for 4. I guess there's 4 that are quoted. I think there's 3 permanent ones and then 1 portable one. But we don't, you know, we'll have to look at all these options and see which ones are.
I entertain a motion for accepting the lowest, most qualified bidder. Mr. Long, second by Mr. Carrico.
Don't you have to?
Comment. Go ahead.
What options you're gonna, sorry. Don't we have to have those in writing? And also, they should be like, what all the options are, correct? In front of us before we.
That's what they'll do. They'll review the bids
Okay.
and bring it back.
So we should just have a motion to review them and bring it back to us, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
and accept the lowest, most responsible bidder
okay.
to meet all the specifications. Mr. Wheeler.
It's not semantics. I think it should be responsive bidder, because if you put out a bid, the options may not be something that was put on the bid as something that I think that's what she's getting at.
Okay.
So if we have to just make sure that the bid we take is responsive to what we put out there, and then if there's options and bells and whistles after that, then I guess unless it goes over $30,000, it really doesn't matter, the total.
Are you all right with that?
I am. Okay, just want to make sure,
Second.
because it needs to be responsive to the bid.
Mr. Carrico, yes, okay. Any comments? Miss Monday.
Question on how much is the grant that we received?
It was mixed in with some other equipment, and so I don't have a specific dollar amount just for this item, but we've had 3 grants from AOIC, and this third one includes monitors, includes a lot of other equipment, so
So it's gonna cover it, basically?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Any other questions or comments? Do we need a roll call on this? Or that'll come back later? We'll take a roll call just to make sure.
Mr. Hess,
Aye.
Mr. Long,
Aye.
Mr. Fairfield, Mr. Carrico, Mr. Eckhoff, Mr. Hunter, Ms. Turner, Ms. Monday, Ms. Andrade, Ms. Herbs, Ms. McEmmie, Mr. Scanlon, Mr. Wheeler. Motion carries.
Okay, thank
Anything
you.
else?
No, that's all. We'll bring it back to the next meeting then.
Thank you. Yes. Oh,
Judge?
Yeah.
Judge, how many judges do you have now, and how many courtrooms do you have now?
We have, well, as of tomorrow, we'll have 10 judges in Kankakee County. We have 2 down in Iroquois as part of our circuit. We'll have 10 judges and 9 courtrooms. So the Judge Purcell then will be what we call the floater judge. He'll take various courtrooms on various days for like a half a day a week, various courtrooms, and then his call will move around. Okay. So we are short 1 courtroom.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
thank you. Ms. Cianci is not here today from the circuit clerks, but I'd take a motion to approve her report. by Mr. Eckhoff, second by Mr. Fairfield. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Up next, State's Attorney, Mr. Rowe. In your package, you have a copy of the grand jury report and the grand jury statistics report. Take a motion to combine and approve them. Mr. Fairfield, second by Ms. Turner. Good morning.
Good morning.
Comments on your report?
You can see we're up to 273. That's up by about 19 from where we were last year, so not much of a difference. We're still in the same ballpark through the end of April. Our next grand jury will be later this week, and again, we do them pretty much every other week. 42, if you look down that list and you're looking for the highest number of felonies by offense in the Excel document, you're gonna see 42, I think, is the highest number, and that's the felony domestics. There's some other domestic related offenses on there, violations of order of protection. So felony domestic offenses continue to unfortunately lead the way. And for those of you who are newer to the board or haven't heard it before, a felony domestic battery means it's a second offense, second or more. So they have a prior conviction, not 2 open cases pending, but actually have been convicted previously and reoffended. It can be a strangulation incident, or it can be a domestic battery that results in great bodily harm. Our definition of great bodily harm and the legal definition is probably pretty different. You know, I think if you hit me in the eye and I get a bruise, I feel like that's great bodily harm. Not under the law. Under the law, you've got to suffer, you know, a broken bone, a facial fracture, some significant injury. So to get to those felony levels, those are pretty violent offenses. Anyone have any questions about anything in the report?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, that's all I have. That's it. That's it.
You don't want to talk about your fishing starting tonight?
Oh, that does start tonight. Yeah, that starts tonight, 5 o'clock, Bourbonnais Municipal Pond. We provide the fishing poles, tackle, bait, everything. It's through our office, but it is funded in large part by the community and some grant funds we received. We don't use any government dollars for that. And we've got a great sponsor in Elliott's Bait Shop. So if you do fish, go to Elliott's.
Yeah. Mr. Hunter.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Could you, Jim, could you speak to your internship program?
Sure. We've had that. I think this will be our 6th year, 5th or 6th year with the interns. Everyone's welcome to apply. We have high school through college, grad school, law school students. High school, it's great for them in the summer. We let them pick their schedules if they want to come in for a couple hours 1 day a week, or if they want to come in full time. We try to pair them up. If they're interested in social work, more community side of the office, we'll put them in either our community division or with our victim witness advocates. If they're interested in being a prosecutor, you know, criminal, put them with our criminal division. If they want to do more civil law, we'll put them with our civil division. So we have housed interns for law school, 7-Eleven interns who are actually able, 7-Eleven law students who are able to come in and practice law under the supervision of a licensed attorney. And we've had, you know, freshmen in high school come through our office and volunteer too. So it helps. We need the help.
Miss Monday.
A short time ago, you did that luncheon for a bunch of churches in the area, and one of the things that I think our church was interested in was going back to the fishing for just a second. Do you have all the supplies that you guys need, like tackle and lures and poles, or would you take donations of those items, or what?
Yeah, we would definitely accept donations. That's how the program has been funded to this point. We did get some grant money from the state, so we're pretty stocked up now on tackle, but we always need fishing poles. Okay. I think we're up to about 50 to 60 fishing poles, and we're expecting to have more anglers in our program than that this year for sure.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In your package, you have a copy of the Public Defender's report. Mr. Pennewick, he's not here today. Take a motion to approve that. Mr. Scanlon, second by Ms. Emming. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Up next, probation, Mr. Latham. Also in the package, you have a copy of Mr. Latham's monthly report. Take a motion to approve that by Mr. Carrico, second by Mr. Long. Comments on the report, Tom?
Good morning, no comments. You can see our totals for last month, 372 field contacts and a little over 2,200 office contacts. So they're at the pace they should be. So that's all I have on the report unless there's any questions.
Any questions on the report? We have a motion to second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. What?
Really, the only thing I have is just an update on the public service work program. As of right now, we have 481 cases open for a total of 66, a little over 66,000 hours. But right now we're hitting that time of season where a lot more job sites open up with the weather breaking. They're reaching out to municipalities and public works and different things like that. Obviously festivals and things like that start. So we should start chipping away at those hours, and now we're in that season. So I'll keep you up on that, so.
Questions?
Easy enough. There is a Veterans Court graduation. Just one graduate, May 18th. It's at 2:30 in courtroom 300. A Veterans Court graduation. We have a diversion program, a Veterans Court program for
Just for veterans?
Just for veterans, yes. And this time, usually they have a few graduates. This time there's only one.
Okay.
But so yeah, it's a neat thing to see.
Yeah.
It is.
Any other questions, comments? Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Also, the sheriff is not here. They were at a conference. In the package, you have a copy of his monthly report. I would take a motion to approve that. Mr. Eckhoff, second by Ms. Monday. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Also in the packet, you have a declaration of surplus vehicle. It's a 2013 Ford pickup, has a blown engine, estimated to $10,000 to $13,000 to replace the motor. We have no plans to replace this at any time. 90,608 miles. Take a motion to declare that surplus. Mr. Long, you've worked on them. Second by Mr. Fairfield. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Up next, coroner's office. In the package, you have a copy of the monthly report and the monthly receipts and money. Take a motion to combine and approve them by Mr. Scanlon, second by Mr. Fairfield. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, sir. Actually, our call numbers have gone down. Overdoses have gone down.
That's good.
Everybody knock, please. But our outside counties, like Will County, have extremely increased. So when they increase, we increase. So hopefully, we've had quite a few Narcan saves that helping. I guess I get a lot of complaints on it about why you want to help them, but we saved the lives of several people there, and it's a very good program to have as a Narcan program, and we continue to get grants on that, so it doesn't cost the county anything. So going down our line here, we had 113 calls. I'm in this sheet right here. Our autopsies are down, which is good. Other than that, I can take any questions at all. Summarizes very well.
Any questions on the reports? Mr. Hunter.
Not necessarily a question. Bob, could you, for the new people on this committee, could you walk through, and I know there's different types of autopsies, could you just walk through what you guys do?
What we do is down that line there?
In terms of procedure and stuff.
For autopsies?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have our autopsies are performed out in our morgue, which is, I think, the #1 morgue in the state of Illinois. We have two forensic pathologists, which are board certified, and we have three, almost four backups, forensic board certified, which is unusual because you go south and they're looking for, they have to go to Indiana sometimes to get autopsies there. We were blessed to have that. That's why I always say I put the red carpet out for them all the time. The procedures we do is different cases that we have is there's a and to determine whether the mode of death is accidental, suicide, homicide, natural, or undetermined. That's what we have to decide. It's decided by the doctors and myself. And then it's signed off by the coroner. So I review a lot of cases. I get a lot of medical records. We also we deal with we do our own X-rays out there, which if you've all been to the hospital lately and how much X-rays are, it's very. We have a unique machine that was which we purchased that takes X-rays, and we can get X-rays back within 12 seconds to maybe 15 seconds. We get them right back that quick. So. It's unbelievable. That shows us off of if there's a gunshot wound or something like that, we'll be able to retrieve the bullet a little bit quicker than have to cut through the body to try to find him. We also store a lot of our records out there. Any homicide case has to be kept for forever, basically. We have our certains for all our accidents, all our ODs we have to keep for a while, and then we can dispose of them. But other than that, we have just got a new freezer out there that we only could hold 2 before. Now we can hold up to possibility of 10, which is good. Starting Wednesday, we're getting a whole new HVAC system, basically. Air handling unit to give us more fresh air inside. Have negative pressure in our morgue, which we have to have. You can almost not have to wear a mask if you don't want to, even though we do. And that's coming to us. I have to shut the morgue down for 2 days. We'll hold our bodies. We're not going to ship them out. So other than that, we do a lot of education throughout the county. Today, I'll be with the state's attorney and along with a lot of the other county officials at Illinois Veterans Home. We'll be out there. We've covered all of our prom programs at all the high schools. Everything went successful, and knock knock, there was no injuries or anything like that, was there, Chief? I don't think there was anything. So we're proud of that. And again, we go out to all the seniors, and we go out and do different programs throughout the county to try to knock these the toxicology, or basically what we're dealing with right now is fentanyl. Basically, we're at 17 cases right now of overdoses, 2 pending. Average age is 52 years of age, which you just never can believe. And the youngest is basically 42. 13 males, 4 females, 8 Caucasians, 8 African Americans, and 1 Hispanic. Still say, as I'm sure that, I don't know if Eric has that final statistics, we were about 84% fentanyl. Are we still at the same? Yep. Okay. And we're striking a little bit more meth. I keep a handle on that. Constantly working on this drug program throughout the county here, and I'm hoping that reduce here. But the summer's not here yet. But vaping is starting to be a big issue now. We had 3 basically overdoses of vaping in the eastern part of the county, which is trying to tell, and we talked to all the young kids about, be surprised, the young kids, and you know, they're not really supposed to be vaping at 18 years of age. There has to be 21 to do that, and you sure see a lot of vaping going on at schools, which we're probably going to head into pretty quickly of we tried to introduce that as we talked to them there. They're mixing that now with different types of OD, possibility of fentanyl in there, cocaine. They do anything they can. So it's, you know, anybody that's young vaping there, remind them that the age has 21 years of age. Other than that, Mr. Hunter, anything else you want me to fire?
You're always good, Bob.
Okay.
Always invite anybody that wants to see an autopsy. Please step out there and come on out there. Look at all the smiles on the face. Anyhow, that's what we do. We constantly are going. We got a lot of calls we got to go through. Even though 113 calls, I've got to go through each one of those cases along with my chief deputy. So that takes a long time to do, but we're busy.
Mr. Wheeler.
I guess the prevalence of xylazine, and then also did the state enact any type of a law this session? I that fell off my radar. I know they were looking at it. I can't remember.
Mr. Rowe, have you heard anything more about the xylazine that we produced?
No, I don't know. Out of the, I think it initially went to the government or rules committee. I'm not sure if it proceeded out of there yet, but I know they did say they were getting some pushback.
Jim, you're going to have to come up to the microphone.
Sorry.
I know they said they were getting some pushback on that from the veterinarians lobby.
Correct.
But I haven't heard whether it was out of the, if it made it out of committee yet, or if it's set for a vote. I can check today.
And my question to them is, these are people that die from this here. It's not fit for a human, and yet they're complaining about it, that it's going to take too much paperwork, which I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is right now. Usually our lobbyists will give me a call on that because it's the Jim and I's bill, and Jackie Haas and Pat Joyce is working on that. So,
Thank you.
Okay, going back to the reports, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Anything else for us, sir?
that's about it. Any other questions or?
Any questions?
Anytime you have any questions and want to know, you don't have to go to the autopsy. You want to come out and see the facility. We keep it top notch out there, so we'd be more than welcome to have anybody step in to see what we do as not only our whole staff. We're all paperless out there. We do no longer more paper. Everything goes on the computer there. First, I think it's the first county office that did that. So.
Great. All right, thank you. Any old business to come before the committee? Any old business? New business, Mr. Long.
Yes, sir. I just want to tell everybody here that May 18th at 11 a.m. on the North Courthouse lawn, there'll be a memorial service for the police officers in Illinois. It's a very moving experience, and anybody who would like to attend is welcome.
Thank you. So you can go to the vet's graduation in the afternoon too. Any other old business? Mr. Carrico, motion to adjourn, second by Mr. Scanlon. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion